I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm starting to be one.
If I send you one link a day, you're going to become one, Zach.
Obviously, there's a lot of stances you can take on this, or there's a few stances you can take on this. My take is, how do you disseminate the information? Because you have someone, okay, so you have Fauci, then you have, I think, what's her name? Dr. starts with an M, McSomething.
Yeah, Judy.
How long is it? Like, am I watching the real one?
It's like half an hour.
25 minutes. Okay, good.
But
Okay,
so she presents her piece, and then I've seen some rebuttals on another professional picking apart her argument with their set of facts. And so, like, how as an individual do you navigate all that? Right. I understand, like, you look at things through your lens.
It's like Trump. You either believe him or you don't believe him.
Well, but at some point, though, there is a truth somewhere, or there could be multiple truths. But I think that everything is always filtered through someone's biased lens.
Well, that's the thing. It's all marketing, right? This world, like, let's just say the U.S. The U.S. just revolves around marketing. It doesn't really matter if you have the best product or you have the truth. Like, it's how it's sold to you. So
it's what resonates with people, right?
I don't think that like again, like Trump. It's not like he has some semi-truths, and just like a lot of things out there, like this video has semi-truths to it, and that's what makes it truthful to some and untruthful to some. So it's like you can't. I don't think like.
So what do you do with it?
What do you do with it? I mean, that's the great thing and the bad thing about, America is that you have the ability for free will somewhat. You believe that.
It's controlled free will.
Exactly.
It's guided free will.
So to that extent, like, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, you look around the world and you can look at China and be like, well, they have things under control. But, the lens of that is like, do they really? Like, am I hearing the truth about that? Then you hear about, like, other countries that like Taiwan, which, from China's perspective, they're part of China. But from Taiwan's perspective, they're not. And for the rest of the world, you kind of make up your mind. Okay, if I'm in China, I have to bow to that, thought. But if I'm outside of it, like, man, yeah, it's like, there's a no end to, like, some of these, like, these things. So
yeah, that was kind of my big takeaway. I'm like, what do we do with this, or where do we go, and how do you fact check or vet that someone else's perspective, someone else's storyline of this, and then how do you keep going further and further back? Like, you can't just stop halfway through once you make up your mind. I mean, you can, but if we are arguing off of for logic and reason, then you keep trying to peel back the layers until you can finally get to the back wall, if there is ever one.
I don't think you can argue, actually. It's just more, you just have to have a conversation, and you just hope that the person you're having a conversation with isn't, like, closed-minded, and then you can move forward. But otherwise, like, there's no argument to be had because nobody is going to move.
For me, again, it's not so much the argument itself. It's what questions it presents and how people react to it. That was my biggest peak of interest for me.
It's a good one because I haven't even given you my opinion on it. So it's a good video. Definitely.
I scrubbed through it, and I planned on watching the entirety this weekend. At some point. So I can't speak to specifics, but I just see everyone's reaction to it and what it might mean for them. That's right. What's really intriguing.
I think it's interesting to see how many folks are when you live in ambiguity and you live in uncertainty, the second something comes out that either aligns with your belief system or your narrative, you're like, yes, that's it. That's the answer. and then everyone rallies around that one thing, when in reality it might be only part of a thing.
Right.
You know, like
Exactly.
like you said, there's multiple layers of truth. Your truth, their experiences, and you're just like, oh, but that's right. That's the right way to go. And you're like, but maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not all of it, right? So my two questions are, how far back can you go? And if you do, I mean, at some point when you get to kind of the ultimate truth, or, you know, if you can kind of get the real story here, what do you do with it?
Right.
What difference does it make?
That's what I keep getting from different people. Like when I talk about like gun control is an issue, people like the most common argument that I get is, if the government wants to take your guns, they're going to take your guns. What if they come to your house? What are you going to do? Shoot them? Like, it's like, if they like, what's the point? And I'm just like, well, someone eventually is going to have to. It's like, there's going to have to be an organized, but the argument is that, yeah, but you're never actually going to use them against the government. Like, if the government wants to become communist and socialist, what's going to happen? Another civil war? And I'm just like,
eventually, maybe
that's where it starts.
Maybe, but these people can't fathom giving their lives for that. They're like, why would you die for that? Why don't you just go along with it? I'm just like, because that's, I don't know. It just never made sense. So that is part of the final question though, James, is like, okay, so you find out the truth, then what?
Well, that's it. Are you going to do anything about it? Are you going to take action on it? Are you going to start a movement or something? But if not, then you're just contributing to the noise. And it's like, what's the point? Why put this out there? I know people just want validation. They want to be part of something. They want to know or feel that they're in the right. But
that's what it is. They want to know that they're right. That's what it is.
Yeah. My thing is, right or wrong, like, are you going to do something? If not, I'm not saying shut up, but kind of. don't waste my attention.
Put up or shut up.
If you're just venting just to vent and you're not going to do anything about it, well, now you're just wasting my time, man.
Right.
My personal take.